It's day 51. Dee-dee. Past the 50 mark. That's pretty crazy. It's yeah. It was weird when I sat down and I opened my book and I was like, it's really been 50 days. It doesn't feel like it at all. And it just makes me realise that yeah, when you think about things that you need and want to do in life and you're like, oh, it's taking forever, it's actually not. It's literally flying by, like zooming past. So day 51. It's been all right today. Work was all right. Like I said, woke up, put it out into the universe. It's going to be a good week. Obviously, all my woes have been left over the weekend, and kind of just everything that kind of went on at work, I was able to come in today and just not have to think or worry about anything, just get my head down and get into some work, which was quite nice. What else? Went to the gym. They've got a new machine at the gym, and Kenya was like, go on, Stace, give it a go. And I was like, oh god. So there was another girl that she was PTing for, and she was like, go on, get on and give it a go. So there was only 2 of these new machines. So I got on next to the girl that Kenya was PTing for, and I wouldn't say we were racing, but when you have someone next to you doing the same thing, it does kind of spur you on a bit. And yeah, we were literally just like, you know, cheering each other on, and like, absolutely, I mean, neither of us could talk afterwards. It was hilarious. We literally like thrashed it. But oh my god, it's a horrible machine. Like the reason I've always quit the gym has been the cross trainer. It's like my nemesis. I hate it. And whenever I've had a personal trainer and they've always kind of like scheduled in a set amount of time on the cross trainer, it's always been the reason why I've quit. And this is the arms of the cross trainer, but it's got the wind bike. So, and you kind of do like intervals. So you do like 20 seconds and then you stop for 20 seconds and then 20 seconds and then you stop for 20 seconds. But in that 20 seconds, you have to go really, 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 really hard and fast. And you do that for 5 or 6 intervals. So I like the fact that it's a short burst of energy and then you get 20 minutes to recover. But the 20 minutes recovery time is, and this I suppose fits with today, realizing that it's day 51 already, is like the 20 minutes waiting, like the rest time that you get, the 20 minutes, the 20 seconds wait that you get against the 20-second that you actually pedal in, feels like 2 different lifetimes. Like the time does not even feel like it has any comparison whatsoever. And I suppose that's it. Yeah, I suppose time is it's weird. It's like there's been a lot of, do you know what, there's been a lot, like I had a conversation with my mate earlier about time, and how he sent me a reel on the, if every month had 4 weeks, then there would be, every month would start on a Monday, it would finish on a Sunday, there'd be 28 days, you know, and there would be 13 months. And yeah, there was this reel kind of like worked out saying that we're working 30 months but only getting paid for 12. And I know how it does it, but yeah, and it was just kind of like, there was that, and then obviously thinking about that time, and then, you know, I had a joke with Kenya's, like the girl she was training afterwards, saying, why is it 20 minutes when you're exercising feels like a lifetime of 20 minutes, 20 seconds. I don't know if I've been saying seconds or minutes. I have no idea. My head is a little frazzled today. But yeah, so anyway, I've done that at the gym, and then it's been beautiful all day. Of course it has. I've been indoors working. Oh, excuse me. So after the gym, I went for my walk and managed to clock up. I don't think I did that many steps, although I did my usual couple of miles. Let's have a look. Yeah, 3 miles, which it's not what I normally do. But fucking adverts. Fucking hate adverts. But I guess they got to make their money somehow. So let's have a look. Let's see if we have any quotes today that I think I did like a couple. So let's just jump straight into that folder first before I start fannying through. So I'm not going to make this my quote, but I woke up this morning and this was really nice to read after yesterday. And it's basically, I've subscribed to one of the people I follow on Instagram, and every day they send like a message to self. And yeah, the message today was, I choose to see life through the lens of gratitude. I'm blessed beyond measure. My life is nothing but a spectacular journey. I embrace ups, I embrace downs, I embrace all of it. I am grateful for the opportunity to simply be who I am and live fully. And I was like, oh, I love that, because it's true. I am so eternally grateful for everything, like everything, you know. That just really made me smile. And I like the last line, I am grateful for the opportunity to simply be who I am and live fully. I like that. I like that. Let's have a look. So I like this for the fact that it's encouraging you to be yourself, which is what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm really trying to lose that need to people please that I've done my whole life, and to embrace my weird kooky self and have the freedom of and peace of mind to accept that some people are going to stay in my life and some people are going to go. And by being authentic to myself, I'm going to basically, my life will change with the people that no longer are part of my life's journey leave, and make space for people that are meant to be around me, being my true authentic self. And it's not like I've never not been, I've just never embraced myself fully. So I've always been true to who I am, but I'm very good at saying yes when I mean no, and no when I mean yes when it's with other people. Like, I've always wanted to kind of do what I can to make them happy. So I'm finding, working now to find a balance, to make sure that whilst I am embracing myself and who I want to be fully, that I'm also doing it in a compassionate and respectful way to people in my life. Because yeah, some people are going to embrace the change and they're going to, you know, be part of the new version of me, and some people are going to not enjoy the change, and that's okay too. You know, I've accepted now that people coming and going in your life is part of life. So, but I don't want to sit in 20 years time and look back on my life and go, I wished I'd done more of what I wanted. I'd rather do what I want to do on my own than do what other people want and be with them, and not ever fully explore all the exciting adventures and things I want to do in my mind. I'd rather just do them on my own. And yeah. So the quote that kind of inspired me to say that, but the end bit I don't agree with fully, but I'll read the quote and then I'll talk about that. So it says, "Be that girl, the one that's too much, too spicy, too loud, too driven, too ambitious, too vocal. Don't let anyone hold you back because they're intimidated. That's a them problem, plain and simple." So whilst I believe some of that, there's an element of that I think is, that's a them problem. I don't relate too well to that sentence. I think it could have maybe been worded slightly better in that, you know, as long as when you're being all those things, too much, too spicy, too loud, too driven, too ambitious, and too vocal, as long as you're doing that respectfully and you are doing it within your bubble and it's not having an impact on other people. Like, there's nothing worse when you go somewhere and, you know, you're trying to enjoy an environment and someone's being too noisy or not respectful of, you know, the environment. So I like that in the way of me as a person. Like, be the one that's too much. Like, I will always tell my friends that I love them to the point where it gets weird. I will never shy away from that, and I'm never going to be ashamed of that. You know, that is, if someone isn't happy to hear that, then that is where it would be a them problem. You know, then I'm obviously not meant for them in their life, because once you're a friend and you're in my life, then I'm gonna love the shit out of you. I don't care, you know. But yeah, I think there's, like I said, elements there that you have to make sure that you are still being, whilst you're honouring yourself, Stacey, and you are being true to yourself, and you are living authentically, and you are doing all the things that make you your weird, crazy little kooky self. Just remember to be respectful. There are going to be certain situations where you need to just wait and evaluate whether it's the time and place to embrace those things, because you're still learning, you're still a rookie at this. So you need to make sure that you are handling yourself with grace and not coming across as passive aggressive in when you're standing up for yourself, which you have been accused of before. And it's just because I don't know how to be assertive. I don't know how to stand up for myself. So whenever I've done it, I've always been accused of being kind of like passive aggressive, because I'm like, I'm trying to stand up for myself, but do it in a nice way. And that's kind of, I guess, where the passive aggressive has come from, because I'm like, I don't know how to be assertive. But I'm learning. This is a journey. I'm going to make mistakes. The people that are meant to be in my life, when I make a mistake, I'm not afraid for them to say, "Stace, you were a bit of a dick then. You should have said this, or you could have said that, or why did you say that?" Like, I will never shy away from my mates, any of my mates, saying to me, "Stace, that was a shitty move," or, you know, "Why did you say that? Why did you do that?" And I'll be like, because they know that I never do anything with any hate or malice. Like, there's never any spite or, you know, vindictiveness in anything I do. So if ever I'm doing it, it's because I'm struggling to kind of, you know, get my point across. So yeah, I have to understand that whilst I'm going through this evolving into being who I want to be, and not being afraid to take up some space, not being afraid to, you know, hold my head up high when I walk into a room, to love who I am, you know, to love everything about me, to love my body, to know that this is enough. This is more than enough. You know, I've been graced with, you know, the ability to walk, to see, to hear. So I've been grateful to have so many opportunities that millions and millions of people don't, you know. So I have to embrace that. I have to do it in a way. I have to honor this who I've been who I am. I've got to a stage in my life where I'm fed up of being the insecure one in a relationship because I don't feel comfortable or confident about myself. Like, anyone that has me should be fucking lucky to have me, because I am so loyal and honest and loving and caring and compassionate and thoughtful. And when you're in my life, that is it. I would literally die for you, you know. I would do anything for you. I'm learning that I have to make sure that when I'm in that environment, I have to also protect myself and understand who I am, understand my values and my beliefs and what's important to me and what is non-negotiable, what is negotiable, and to make sure I fully understand what they are, so that when I get into a new relationship, I'm able to understand. And I think I know that's where I went wrong in my last one, is because there were things that I accepted, but looking back on it now, I'm like, that's not a value I believe in. That was always going to cause a problem, you know, because to them it was something that was part of them, but to me it went against a very strong belief and value I had. So you're learning, Stace. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a few more terms before you graduate in this area, and you're never going to be fully healed until you get into another relationship and test some of the things that you've done. When I say test, I don't mean like put them to the test, like put into practice what I've come to realize about myself. And one of the things that I'm starting to truly believe, you know, is that I'm worthy of all the things that I want. I'm worthy, you know, to have all the things that I'm willing to give. I'm you know, I deserve someone who's loyal, who only has eyes for me, who is willing to, you know, be considerate and communicate with me over situations, and to, you know, work together to compromise and to be open and honest with, and who won't lie to me. And, you know, I deserve them things. You know, everyone deserves those things. Not just me, everyone. And, you know, I look back across through the whole of my life, and where I've gone wrong, where my pain has come from, is when I've seen a potential in someone, and I've seen what amazing, you know, they've talked to me about things that they want to do, and I've put that goal that they've told me they want to achieve to the top of my list to help them achieve. And I've seen them succeed in those things, you know, in my mind, and I've pushed and pushed, like, come on, do this, and, you know, how can we help you do this, and how, and not everyone, I think everyone has a dream, but not everyone has the courage and the bravery and the strength and the ability to actually go for it. And I think where I've gone wrong in a lot of my relationships, and when I say relationships, I mean with friends, partners, with a lot of people, is that I've taken, when they said they've wanted to do something, and grabbed it and run with it, sometimes more than they have. And that's not a bad quality. That just means that the people that you've done that for don't recognize what a beautiful thing that is. So don't stop doing that. Don't stop seeing the beauty in people, you know, because there are times in your life where you wished someone had done that for you. And I would have loved to have had someone in my life who would have pushed me to reach some of my goals, you know, when I was a lot younger than I am now, I probably would be living on my bus now, and would have been living on it for many years, and I'd have my dogs and all you know, I would have probably ticked off so many places off my bucket list that I want to visit. But the universe has other things in store for me, and I have to just sit back and allow my life to, you know, unfold in the way that it's unfolding. That was never, you know, as much as I would have liked that, that was never on the cards for me. This life I'm in now is what's on the cards for me. But yeah, day 51. I think that's my learning, is that yeah, it's not, you've disrespected yourself by not allowing boundaries, you know, and allowing people who you've really tried to understand their way of thinking, and you've tried to adapt to those, but deep down you know that you don't agree with it, or that it's not something you believe or value. So therefore it's always going to sit and fester until it bubbles to the surface and overflows. You've done that because you've seen potential in people that they've maybe not seen in themselves. So your learning is that that's not a bad thing, but not having boundaries and not respecting yourself enough to say, you know, when you meet someone, friend, potential partner, work colleague, whatever it is, when you're in a conversation with them and they say something and you instantly know that that goes against a value or belief that you have, you need to love, honor and respect yourself, no matter how much you like that person, that is going to come up at a later date if you don't respect yourself and say, thank you for letting me know that it's not something I, you know, you are just as allowed to say that it's not something you agree with if it's something they say they do, and vice versa. You know, if you may tell them something that might not be something they agree with, and they have the right to say, I don't agree with that. That's life. You're now learning that you need to, yeah, realize that who you are in here, your true beliefs and values, you have to honor those. You have to love, respect, and when someone comes into your life and they challenge those, if it's something you're willing to compromise on, you are so willing to compromise on so many things. Like, you know, you are so open-minded and understanding and thoughtful and considerate. But if it's something that's a core value or belief, you've got to just stand up for yourself and know when, if it's something that is not changeable, you've got to just accept that whatever that situation is, that's maybe not going to be a person that is going to hold a space in your life, because that will come up and clash. So that's my learning. I am happy that I have something to do on Halloween. Oh, I fucking love Halloween so much. I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Easter. I don't celebrate anything other than Halloween. Halloween is my holiday. I freaking love Halloween. And I had been struggling with something to do. I've normally done the zombie walk in Bristol, but well, I haven't seen anything about it this year, so I was a little bit kind of like, after when COVID hit, obviously it put a stop to everything, and I don't know whether it's just kind of fizzled out, but yeah. So October on the wall now has something on there, and it's Halloween. I have just booked to do something on Halloween. I'm not going to say too much, just because I want to keep it a secret. And anyway, these journals are for me anyway. I know what it is. But yeah, just because it's tentatively booked in until next Friday. Next Friday, I will know for sure 100% that it's all sorted. So maybe then I'll let slip what it is. But yeah, so that's what I'm happy about. Halloween now next month has something on my board. I don't know why my throat is so like I feel like I don't feel sick at all. I don't have a sore throat. I don't have a tickly throat. But I just feel like I feel like I keep needing to clear my throat. It's very strange. Let's think. Something or someone I am grateful for. I am grateful for. Let's have a look. I am going to. I am going to put my gratitude today to someone who was a really weird way that we met. So basically, my boss has been traveling in a van for a few years now, and they were following my boss on Instagram, and I can't remember how, but I think because they've got a van as well. And I think I started following them because I saw, obviously, when you follow people on Instagram, you sometimes see people who follow and stuff like that. And I think they came up on my. You know what? I cannot remember. I'd be wrong for me to say how I remember. But anyway, we got following each other, and we got talking through Instagram, and then she posted that she was going to see Wim Hof, and I remember sending her a message saying, oh my god, I'm so jealous, I'd love to see Wim Hof. And then literally 20 minutes later I sent her another message with a screenshot of my ticket saying, guess who's going? And yeah, she's someone who hasn't been in my life for a very long time, but has already, you know, one thing I have learned is friends is not necessarily about how long you've known them, but the connection you have with them. And they have an absolute heart of gold, and they've become such a valuable friend in such a short period of time. And it was funny when I said that, you know, this person is my boss, and she was like, I've followed her forever, like from the beginning. And I was like, this is surreal, this is weird. So yeah, so November we're meeting each other for the first time in London, which is going to be so exciting. But yeah, she's going through, like, you know, a couple of things, challenges as well, and she's just been really respectful of times when I've kind of said, I just need a little bit of space, or don't panic if I don't message. And it's very rare to come across people that you haven't known for a long time but instantly get you. They instantly know that just because you don't speak for a couple of days, or you don't reply to a message straight away, even if you are posting on Instagram and stuff like that, that know that, you know, that still care about you. And, you know, and yeah, I had a couple of really nice messages from her, and it just made me smile. So yeah, that is going to be my I'm grateful that I've met this person, because, you know, some of the things that she's doing is such an inspiration to me. And yeah, she's a good egg. And I can't wait to meet her face to face in November. It's going to be brilliant. So yeah, this one is for you. And yeah, that's day 51. That's crazy. I was hoping it would be a quick one today. I don't even, why do I even bother saying that? Why do I even bother? Like, it's half an hour. I've been sat here yapping for half an hour. Um, Stacey, you're a fucking, oh my God, you are an absolute wreck. But yes, that's it. Day 51. Stacey, I'm so fucking proud of you. Like, you are smashing it at work. Like, today you managed to really stay focused. You did everything that you were expecting to. You were hot on the tail of fixing a few things that went wrong. So even when you were focused, you're still kind of like jumping in and helping other people and stuff like that. So I'm so proud of you that you're able to balance that and focus and, you know, keep that. Oh, I've got hiccups now. So yeah, so I'm proud of you for doing that. I am, yeah, I'm leaving my little project, which these little things, until next week, because I've got all next week off and I cannot wait. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna really kind of, I'm gonna get a couple of bus tickets, a couple of days, and just head out, maybe go through to Western. I want to go back through to Glastonbury again, just have a couple of day adventures and stuff. So yeah, you've kind of, I think after this I am gonna, because again I struggle, I don't know what's wrong with me. I seem to be falling back into the realm of not being able to sleep. Or no, I am able to sleep, but I'm waking up at silly o'clock in the morning. I'm waking up at the Witcher now, 3 a.m. So you need to, yeah, start focusing on that, because now the darker nights are going to be getting here soon. You know, sleep is, it's your blessing and it's your curse. Like, you know, you can, if you don't get a good night's sleep, you don't work very well, you don't function. But if you get too much sleep, then equally you don't function. So try, whilst the still, what time is it now? It's 7:15. So whilst it's still pretty light, try and get your sleep routine a little bit better. You have been kind of watching YouTube past your usual time when you would switch off and, you know, read or do something else. So don't slip. This is the thing. You've seen how successful it is when you stick to a routine. Yes, it's nice on the few occasions to stay up and do something, but make sure that's just on a Friday or a Saturday night, because you haven't got work the next day. But every other day you need to stay in that routine. It keeps your mind healthy. It keeps your emotions are better. You're well equipped, more well equipped when you to handle things. So yes, I love you. I'm so proud of you for being able to finally love everything about you. It was funny, you messaging someone today, they put a post on about, it was about the, I can't even think of the word of it now. Let me get the thing. So it was a little post that said, with like a little belly hanging, and it was like, on behalf of all men, we like this. And the person who posted it put, "This true?" asking for a friend. So I messaged and I went, "I am that friend. Let me know what they say." And they came back and said that they've been told it's a couple of things. And they were laughing, and I was, yeah, we just had a real giggle about it, because it was, yeah. And you're now starting to look at your body, and that little overhang on your belly that you've got, you're starting to look at it and go, it is what it is. It's there. You're either going to have to smush it and love it, or not. Like, it's simple. You know, you've tried whatever you can to get rid of it. It ain't going nowhere. It's part of you, your beautiful body. So just suck it up, get over it. Like, look in the mirror and start to finally love everything you see. Because if you don't love everything you see, No one else is going to. And you're not going to have the courage and the strength to hold your head up high and know that you're worthy. And that's where your insecurities come in, when you are presented in situations, and you've had this with various different partners, that when they are, you know, putting you in a situation where you feel like there's a comparison, you never feel good enough. You're fucking good enough. You are worthy. You are everything that everyone else is on this planet. No one is any better for you. They're just different. And all you've got to do is know that with your absolute core essence, that everything about you is perfect. There is nothing wrong with you. Everything that you've gone through is something that you're willing to work on and to adapt and change. And that in itself is the most courageous thing you can do. You're not stuck going, this is who I am, take it or leave it. You are open to acknowledging your faults, working on your faults. And that is such a brave and courageous thing to do. And I'm so excited to see where this leads you, because you are finally, when you walk down the street, when you leave the gym and you walk down, you go on your 3-mile walk after, you know, your head's not down looking at the pavement anymore. Your head is up. You stand tall. You know, you make eye contact with people. You smile. You say hello. Those are all things you've never done before. Don't be afraid to be you, because there will be people that love that and there'll be people that don't. But you ain't gonna find your people unless you love the fucking shit out of you. So I fucking love you, Stacey. You are doing so well. You've raffled on for another 10 minutes. So just stop making it awkward and just go and enjoy your evening. Yeah, I know. Oh, and another thing, I've just hit 10 subscribers. I don't know who you are, and I doubt you've even watched to the end, and I don't know who these 10 people are. I think I can see 3 of them. It depends whether they've got their subscriptions hidden to whether I can see who they are or not. And I can see 3 people. So I don't know who the other 7 people are, but if you have got this far and you've watched this, thank you so much. Like, I really hope that I encourage, motivate, or inspire you to do something. And thank you for just being a part of this crazy journey that I'm on, to, you know, finding love for myself and finding myself after, you know, heartbreak that nearly broke me completely, and learning to overcome my traumas and recognizing things I need to work on, and being part of this crazy journal. So thank you. I love and appreciate you so much. I don't know who you are, but I do. I'm so eternally grateful. So on that note, thank you. Take it easy. I hope I give you some giggles. I hope I give you some insight. I kind of like to think of this as, you know, if you have a sibling and you sneak into their room and you steal their diary and you have a read through and you read all their secrets. This is kind of that. Like, I hope when people kind of watch, they're like, oh, feels a bit naughty, like reading someone's diary. So, you know, I hope you get some entertainment out of it, as well as, you know, watching this one singular kooky little human being fight her way back from, you know, the brink of not being here, and dealing with trauma and heartbreak, and learning to love and honor and respect herself, and sharing that process with anyone that's crazy enough to watch. So thank you. I love you. Have the best week ever. Yes, I'm done. I'm out. Stay cookie.